Okay, not crashing this time. Much better. What the fuck? How completely appropriate that I'm trying to make an important statement at a very difficult time for me to even get time on the fucking internet. And the computer just is like, no, you're not allowed to stream. I'm going to completely crash. Fuck me. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream with Doctrzombie. This is going to be a bit different. I am not going to be playing a game. I'm going to run Minecraft in the background, of course. But I have no intention of staying because it's almost 8 in the morning. My kids haven't eaten breakfast. I have to get up, give them medicine, get everything ready to go. It's Super Bowl Sunday, so I don't really have a lot of plans. But I wanted to get this out there and address the elephant in the room. Oh, good. It went to future, so there's a small chance that Twitch could just be pissy and whatever. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. I'm fine. I had coffee. All right. So let me take a drink here. So as most of you know, I became popular on YouTube because I played on 2B2T. And 2B2T got popular through a string of events that had nothing to do with me. It just became popular. Maybe I should turn that off. Thanks for following, though, David. I have frequently said that Fit has done nothing wrong. If I were in Fit's position, where I had the time and the opportunity to cash in on the fact that 2B2T had suddenly become immensely popular with the wrong type of crowd, I would have done so. The truth is that me and Fit are different people. I may have gone about it slightly differently, but when it happened in is it 2014 or 2016? No, 2016. When it happened, I was not available to record videos, 2 a day, 1 a day, to live stream, to do any of that, because I was working a full-time job. I had 2 children. I had a wife. I had everything preventing me from being able to produce the rapid, meme-filled, high-quality content that someone needed to get noticed. Now, my viewership, my subscribers still jumped from like 500 to 3,000 over the course of the month or two. But obviously, we all know what happened to Fit. He skyrocketed. And if I had been in a position in my life, such as if I had been in college, or if I had not been working a full-time job, or if I knew then that Fit was going to have more subscribers than the guy who made him famous, I would have tried to take a week off of work and pour myself into it, because it would have been worth the risk. The worst thing that could have happened is I would have taken a week off of work, lost that week of vacation, and played a shit ton of Minecraft and probably had a great time doing it. Maybe the worst thing would have happened was nobody cared. People would see what I do and think, nah, whatever, he's not as interesting as this other guy. To be very clear, I do not wish any ill will on Fit, of course. I'm super happy for the guy. He could not be more deserving of the fame and fortune he's gotten. And the same goes for other people who have come in his wake, or who have connected with me over the years, who have then become bigger and better things on Twitch or YouTube. That's awesome for them. And I think that's probably not the life that I would want to lead anyway. If I really take an honest, hard look at being a career streamer, it is not something that I want. Your paycheck is not predetermined. You don't have that health care to fall back on. You don't have that safety net of a 401k or any of that, unless you are really hitting it big. The 1% of the 1% can really make a living on Twitch without doing anything else. And it's got to be stressful as hell. Because you got to do stuff that you don't want to do because people want to see it. Which brings me to 2B2T. I was in the mode that I was done with 2B2T the same day that Rusher joined it for the first time. My last, or I think my second to last 2B2T video had gone up on YouTube when Rusher logged into the server for the first time and started recording. And I didn't know anything about him at the time, but he was watching my videos to get an idea of what the server was and what it had. And I found out through a glitch in YouTube's subscriber viewing system that Rusher and some of his friends were subscribed to me about a month after everything started happening. And it was an explosion. All of a sudden, the server is crashing all the time. It's filled with people who are destroying everything they come across, who are fighting because they think fighting is fun, and begging for food, and just being wrecked by... We all know what happened. We all know the history of 2B2T from 2016 on. The problem is, I joined 2B2T in 2013, and it was a very different server back then. The server that I loved playing on, even though I did get bored of it and was going to quit, was not filled with people. It was an empty ruin with occasional people spotted around and spamming things in chat. I was there to explore old buildings, old, bases and structures. And once it became clear that that was my modus operandi, people liked watching my videos. When I first joined, it was, boo, YouTuber, boo, you don't know what you're doing, you're, and all the other typical 2B2T stuff. But once it became clear that I was just there to look around and not destroy stuff, not cash in on 2B2T for, the views, people were pretty happy with me. And I became well known and very popular on the server. Of course, there are always going to be people who hate you, who disagree with you, who just want to hate you because they need something to hate. But I was recording 2B2T videos to explore, to learn, and to show the server in as much of a positive light as I could. Even though I was using the phrase the world's worst server, since like my third or fourth video on the server, I said it's the world's worst server. I've claimed that I've coined that phrase, but that's only because I cannot find a reference to it prior to me using it. I'm sure one exists. I'm sure somebody out there has been like, this is the world's worst server, and I'm like, I love that phrase, I'm going to use it. I certainly never called it the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft, because that's just a mouthful, and hardly as exciting as what I thought was exciting, the world's worst server. That server is gone. It does not exist anymore, and people need to understand that when I say that, I mean that quite literally. Everything about 2B2T, from the time that I fell in love with the server to what it is now, is gone. There is not one grain of sand of that experience and that culture that remains. So the question then is, do I like what's left enough to pay money for it, even though I cannot play on the server? And let me clarify a couple of that. That's just a whole shit ton of information right there. So first, can I play on the server? Even if I paid priority queue, let's assume it was nothing to me. Let's assume I even had free priority queue for life. Even if I can't, even if I did have that, it still takes 2, sometimes 3 hours to log in. The queue for priority users is something like 150 at a normal time when I might be able to record. So I would have to jump on the computer, load it in, start the queue 2 hours before being able to go and record. And that might not seem like that big a deal to people who have a scheduled life that is easy to maintain, and you don't have many distractions or, well, destructions really, preventing you from coming in. But I can't even promise that. I have told people I can stream 2 nights a week, Monday, Wednesday. Sometimes I can stream on a Friday or a Saturday. I sometimes don't even know if that's going to happen any of those days until half an hour before. I can, my wife could say, hey, you can't stream tonight. We have this thing to do. My kids could get slammed with a school project, or I got to do scouts meetings. And so at best, I can say that I can start streaming between 8 o'clock and 9:30 even sometimes on Monday or Wednesday. That means I would have to log into the computer, which I'm not at. I'm not sitting here at the computer waiting to play 2B2T the whole time. Log into the computer, start Minecraft, start 2B2T, and walk away, and hope to God that when I come back, not only is it ready to go, maybe 10 in queue so I can set up my stream, but that I haven't been logged in and either killed, died due to some bullshit that I don't even know about, like drowning, because I used to use an anti-AFK and it would just walk into the nearest lake and kill me. Or it's impossible. It's impossible to line up that time frame where I will be sitting at this desk when the queue goes to 0. I either have to check it frequently to make sure, which is unlikely, or I have to be alone in the house with no kids, no wife, no nothing. So I can't. Even if I wanted to, even if I thought it was worth $20 a month to play the game possibly 2 hours a week, because that's about how much it would be if I played Monday nights or Wednesday nights. It'd be about 2 hours before I then have to go to bed to get up in the morning. People say $20 a month is nothing. That's super cheap. That's, 8 pennies a minute or, an hour or whatever. To me, that is $20 for maximum 16 hours of gameplay. So I'm paying more than $1 an hour. And that's not a good return on my investment. When $20 can buy a brand new indie game off Steam, or something that I can load in and play whenever I want to without paying it every single month. I mean, I could get a subscription to Humble Bundle for less than $20 and get a dozen games every month on top of everything else. It's just not worth the money to me. And I still would have to wait in a 2-hour queue on top of that. Without the $20, I wait in an 8-hour queue, roughly. But you don't even know. It's not like hey, you're definitely going to log in 8 hours and 12 minutes from now. It's random, assuming that the server doesn't crash while you're waiting. It boggles my mind that people think somebody who has an actual life would be able to do that. To just come in, log in and say, I have no fucking clue when I'm going to be here, but I'm going to be sitting at this desk when it gets to 0. And there are tools that help, but there are no tools that stop this pain. There are tools where it's like, oh, you'll auto reconnect if you get disconnected from the server. The server shuts down while you're in queue. You hit the auto reconnect. 30 seconds and 30.4 seconds later, you log back in and you're back in the queue. Maybe you're only 10 in queue. Maybe you're fucking lucky. You got in the door right as it started. But that doesn't help me because I'm not sitting here waiting. I'm not sitting at the computer like, oh man, I'm 762 right now. If the server shuts down, I'll be next. It's impossible. And it could go longer, it could go shorter. Let's assume the server doesn't shut down, even though we know it fucking does. Even though we know this piece of trash held together with glue and paste server breaks all the time. Even if it didn't, and I knew that sometime between 6 and 8 hours I was going to log in, it's still too difficult for me to plan that. And then I've logged in, even if I'm running anti-AFK, even if I'm running auto reconnect, even if I'm running every tool imaginable to keep me alive or respawn me if I die, the server can still kick you. You get kicked for random shit like flying when you're not flying. You get kicked when the server goes down because someone's running a lag machine. You get kicked because your anti-AFK isn't working properly. And someone said that if you don't, even if you're there playing, everything's fine. After 6 hours, the server will kick you anyway because it's got to make room for somebody else because the bots have taken over and they constantly sit there reconnecting and restaying in the queue just to keep the queue longer. So people are actively making the queue longer, which makes sense because they hate the server. But and then they can also like shut all their bots down to log in faster. Like, okay, this is the kind of shit you guys want me to do in order to play 2B2T. Do you see why this is unreasonable? Even if I'm paying $20 a month. Wow. So that covers the difficulty of logging in. Let's talk about the fact that I don't want to log in. I am not interested in 2B2T anymore. When it was fresh, new, exciting, empty ruins, it was interesting enough to keep my interest for 3 years, making sometimes a video every week. And I played the shit out of Minecraft for those 3 years. I played the shit out of Minecraft since pretty much 2010. And it's been my favorite game, and maybe my favorite game of all time for that reason. Not just that reason, but for those reasons. And when that week before Rusher came to the server, I was saying my goodbyes to 2B2T because I had seen a lot of it. I would never see everything that 2B2T had to offer, and I had the same lifestyle problems that I have now, where, you know, I've got to take care of my kids, I got to take care of my family, I got to spend time with my wife, not just play Minecraft every fucking night like somebody who doesn't give a shit about their wife. But I had seen a lot of old builds. I had seen the Dark Tower. Is it Dark? No, not Dark Towers. I'm sorry. Is it Darksiders or fuck? I saw that like really amazing Sky Castle. You know, that's less than 10k from spawn, or was, and I was like, man, you know, I'll be able to see tons of amazing builds on this server. Like it'll never stop. People are still out there making amazing stuff in the millions or in the 100,000s, and even if I could walk all the way there, you know, there weren't as many movement hacks back then. It would take me weeks, and then I would see it and be like, wow, that's a great, incredible build. It's super amazing that they did that in Anarchy. But I've already seen 50 other builds that are also super amazing and seen in Anarchy. So I was kind of like, you know, people are over it, I'm over it, I'm done. And I was ready to leave the server and go just record other things, fade into obscurity. That would be fine with me, because I never wanted to do this as a job. It was always a hobby. I wanted to record and show off stuff for fun. And prior to 2B2T, I was doing other stuff too, and I did other games in between. I did what made me happy, and I wanted you guys to be happy with that. And if you didn't, I didn't care. And for the longest time, that's why I would refuse to take money. I only started accepting payments through Patreon when I needed them bad. We had a financial problem where my wife's car died, and we did not have the money for a new car. We couldn't afford a new loan. It was Christmas, and I was like, you know, the only thing I can think of while we were sitting on the couch practically in tears was, you know, maybe I could get some money from people who liked my videos and my live streams. And so I set up a Patreon, and God bless you guys, you came and you helped me out, and I still wound up looting my 401k to make it through that year. But it made it a lot easier. I mean, our kids were able to have a Christmas. So since then, my life has improved dramatically. My finances are well under control. I don't need the money, but it's nice to have a hobby that pays for itself. Thanks for subscribing, Princess. A hobby that pays for itself, meaning you guys come in and you love my content and you donate $5 here or $25 there, and that pays for new games to play. It pays for alcohol. It pays to feed these kids. Hold on a sec. This is part of the problem. I can't. We're just fortunate that he doesn't need me to leave right now. But if I were playing on 2B2T and a kid came in the room and said, "Daddy, I need you to do something, and it's going to take 10 minutes," I can't log out because I'll be stuck in the queue for another 8 hours. I can't pause. I can't be sure that no one's going to come and blow me up with a crystal. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I could do. This is my daily struggle, and it does not work with the type of server 2B2T has become. There are better servers out there. I'm sorry, but that's true. There are better Anarchy servers out there. So if you continue to play on 2B2T, you are robbing yourself of a more pleasant experience. Constantium is infinitely better. It is much closer to the original 2B2T. It has less server problems. It has no queue, no payments. It is a better server. It is not as old. And people say, oh, but 2B2T has the history. That history was fucking destroyed. There is nothing left of 2B2T's original history that is not in some asshole's ender chest. And I know, because I'm one of those assholes. That server has been ruined. Every base that was built before 2016 that is worth a damn is either gone or you'll never find it, so what's the fucking point? And just admit that shit, and you can say that that is no longer the oldest Anarchy server in Minecraft, because that server is gone. When Fit creates stories about the old 2B2T, he is retelling its history, but that history does not exist anymore. You cannot go and see it unless you go to an archive, which is essentially a view of a snapshot. You know, it's a picture, a video of a place that doesn't exist. You can't go and see these places and say, wow, they're amazing. They've either been rebuilt, which is the same as building it on your own server, or they have been destroyed. So to say that 2B2T has history is not really true. It had history, and that history has been worn away by time. If you took a brick from the Sphinx in Egypt and threw it into a washing machine for 2 weeks, it is no longer a historical artifact. It is now sand. That is 2B2T. Mic drop, I can leave now. I could be done. So I love that server. That server's gone. I don't want to wait 8 hours for this server because it's not the same. I do it because people like it, and sometimes I have really funny live streams, and I admit it. I've had fun on 2B2T recently. I did a couple live streams where I actually did make it through the queue, jumped in, made a couple books, threw them around at people, had a few laughs, and then I'd be killed, and it doesn't bother me because I have nothing to lose. I don't care about the server enough anymore to actually care that somebody comes and kills me and takes my stuff. Like, whatever. It's bits in an online game that I don't play anymore. I do play Constantium more often than 2B2T because there's no queue. I can jump in and out if I want. But even at Constantium, I don't play much because I've been stuck on the same version of Minecraft for years. 1.12 is an old version. It's really old now. It is fucking like 4 years old. Like, I understand why servers, Anarchy servers of this scope can't move on, but fuck, it sucks. Like, I would probably play more Constantium if I could enjoy the newest features of Minecraft. Recently, I've been playing RL Craft on Madam Giggs' community server, and it's good. I have a fun time. Minecraft is great when it's modded, when there's so much to do, so much stuff to be excited about. James Molinar! Hey, man, how you doing? And 2B2T doesn't excite me anymore. I don't know why it excites anybody. Like, you log in, and it's the same fucking shit. You get horrible people in chat. You get bots spamming constantly. You get horrible lag and server crashes. And for what? You either play bricks alone. Hey, thanks, Peter. You either... Oh, nice. That's a Twitch resub, dude. Thanks a lot, man. You either play bricks alone or with a small group of people, which is the same as doing it in your own server. Only, you know, you can actually access your fucking server whenever you want. Or you crystal shit all over spawn. Like, these are the most boring... Sorry. Base building with your friends is fine. It's fun. I enjoy that. There's a huge element to waking up, logging in, seeing somebody's new build and being like, oh, fuck, that's cool. It's right here. Crystal PvP is dumb. It is so boring. Yes, you blew me up with a crystal. good for fucking you. I don't care. It's like, why? What's the point? Jesus Christ. I won't be able to convince people who actually enjoy that shit that it's not fun, because that's how they find their fun. They find their fun blowing themselves up at Spawn. I need a drink, but then I'm going to start reading these comments. There's been a ton. I'm sorry I've been ignoring them. I had a lot to say. I had to preach. I want to take questions because I know you guys have them, and I haven't responded to everything about how I feel about 2B2T and why I don't play it anymore. But I think I've hit the main points. I'm sure something has slipped my mind. So I'm going to scroll way up and try to get some info here. Pluto's Wrath found me because of a UHC video where I was in teams. Was that with Stryak? That was a fun time. And I actually did beat Fit in that UHC. But he never posted the footage because people didn't like it. Here's the fucking thing. Like, Fit probably had a great time recording it. We all had a great time recording it. We all agreed to post it on certain days. When his audience didn't respond to it, Fit was just like, I'm out. I have to record 2B2T because that's what people want to see. Why? Like, fucking, if you like Fit and you like his videos, don't just like 2B2T. Like the things that he does because they're exciting and new and unique. It boggles my mind that I am doing some of the coolest shit of my life on Twitch, and at the end of a video, people will just say, play 2B2T. And like, okay, here it is. It's boring. It's not fun. Ugh. Fuck. Dark Ally 123. Everyone watched your videos to learn about 2B2T. Dark Ally is one of the old 2B2T YouTubers as well. Fit likes a mouthful. Wow. Chat's still toxic. Toxic in a different way. Kicked because the server crashed. Yep. Thanks for following, General Kenobi. I respond to DMs. Message me. Sometimes I don't respond to DMs if I have like nothing to say and can't think of anything useful to talk about, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna let this conversation die because there's nothing for me to add to it. I try not to feel obligated to respond to people. But if you have something useful to say or I have something useful to say back, I will definitely respond. It's not as cheap as Disney Plus, right? And I have to pay for that because my kids need Disney Plus. They're obsessed with watching like Phineas and Ferb and shit. Maybe you were saying somebody else doesn't respond to your DMs, like Warlord Nick. Once you get in, what are you going to do? Yeah. Kicked for walking. Absolutely happens, yep. Old 2B2T sounds super interesting. Sometimes I've rewatched my old videos, and yeah, I'm still interested in what's going on there. Like, my old videos are cool. Like, there's a lot of cool shit that I missed. And in my... To criticize myself, when I was playing on 2B2T during the years between 2013 and 2016, I often hid away as a hermit. I didn't want to get involved with people because my perception was that any interactions with people on 2B2T were going to be bad. No matter who it was, with like save for a select few who reached out to me and were like, here, I gave you items, here's a cool thing. I assumed that everyone was just going to fuck me. or worse. Like, there are true stories about hackers in 2B2T who have taken things. Hold on a second. That was Dr. Wifey asking me what the hell I'm doing. But for my fault is that I never interacted with those people, like on a very minimal level. Partly because I was busy and it was a hobby and it was like not, but mainly because I was worried that if I did interact with people, they would kill me and take all the stuff I had earned, like all these tiny little things, like my 27 wheat. And I should not have been that way. I should have joined up with people. People did reach out to me. People who later wound up being, in Fit's close circle of friends who were basing at Arius and other stuff like that. People who created amazing moments on the server, really built the server's history, reached out to me and were like, hey, you want to get involved in this? Something cool's happening. And I was like, nah, I don't have the time, or nah, I kind of like to do my hermit thing. Shouldn't have done that. Should have definitely jumped on the chance to meet other players and do stuff with them, even if they were going to betray me. At least it would have made for interesting content. That's on me, and that may be part of the reason that I'm not in a more fit-like position today. So, anywho, that's a hot take from this video that you probably would never heard before. Me admitting defeat. TB2T got a new anti-cheat and the server's literally unplayable. I hear that all the time. I mean, they roll through them, things break. Sometimes the new anti-cheat allows you to dupe stuff or allows you to use 41 or 34k swords. You know, it happens. Yep, Warlord Nick, I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. I use Restream to do that. Man, I'm sorry, I'm so far behind on this. I will catch up eventually. Yep, the rubber banding turbine, the popping back to where when you were walking forward, rubber banding is horrible on 2B, especially if you're trying to use a speed cheat. That's, you know, the way that they prevent speed cheats is by rubber banding. Desolate servers are running on newer versions. Yeah. I get bored as soon as I log into Constantine. I liked Constantine because it did feel like that old 2B2T. Like, if you really enjoyed Fit's first videos about what 2B2T was and is, you would like Constantium. It was much closer to reality. The reality of useful 2B. James, sorry to hear about your breakup, man. Oof. Preaching to the choir. Yeah, true. I mean, most of the people here already understand why I don't play on 2B. That's why my audience is slowly waning away from 2B2T. But I do see a lot of people here today. Like, there's, again, if I just put 2B2T in the title, I get 30 views. If it's anything else, I get 10. And I'm like, ooh, 10? Oh, nice. But, you know, I'm literally trashing 2B2T now, and I'm still getting the 30 views. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but... Yeah, Beerarchy, I am enjoying playing RL Craft on Gigs of Server. I have started making Fort D. It's getting better. Dark Takanawa says Nava says he likes Fit for Fit. I agree. Like, I would be happy watching Fit do other games. He's done a few, like, but he comes back to 2B because that's what people really latch to, and he needs, you know, needs to keep that momentum. I understand it. I don't blame him for that. I'm just like, it's not for me. I want to do stuff. I want to play all the games. Play Smash Brothers Ultimate. I'm so bad at Smash now. I used to be great at Smash, but now my kids can beat me. Last time on 2B was helping with one of the Fort decks. I always do enjoy like the April Fool's maps when they come up on 2B. I'll log in for that because they usually are fun. I remember the one year where we were all trapped in a tiny cube. That was really amazing. That was a really good time. Yep, tent maps are the only real fun. I hear you. Because everything's close by. You can actually meet people and do stuff together. And people don't take it, like, super serious. They're like, hey, whatever. I'll work with this person I've never met or never worked with before because we're just on a tent map and it doesn't matter. And you have a great fucking time. Yeah, Beerarchy, I just kind of covered it. I don't actually want to be in a position like Fitz because I don't want to have to... I don't want to be railroaded into doing stuff that I don't enjoy for a living. But at the same time, the huge, massive following, the money that comes in, the freedom that comes with creating your own schedule, there's freedom to go along with being tied down to that. So I think if I could trade it, I probably would. But it would be tough to leave a job like mine behind, where I have that safety and security. Yeah, Turbin says it's Sunday at 2:30 p.m. For me, it's 8:30 a.m. So it is very early for me. Huge time investment for group base building. Yeah, I hear you. And again, I'm caught up. Awesome. I'm very close to being caught up. I did that in Constantium. We've been doing a group base, and it's good. It's nice. It's fun. But man, it is a huge time investment. And like I said, I don't even like When I play video games, I either have to be able to play games that I can drop and walk away from the computer immediately, so pausable games, quittable games that I can just jump right back into, or I don't play games. Like I can't play video games during the day. I am taking care of my mother, my kids, my wife, my dogs, my chickens. I have to take care of things, and I love to play video games. I don't get a lot of time to do that, so I'm either streaming at night. That's my video games for the day. You know what I mean? When I'm lucky, I can play a little game during lunch because I'm working from home now, COVID, you know. So I'm here at the desk working, and then lunch comes around and I'm like, fuck, I'll play some Deep Rock Galactic. I'll play solo because I can pause. I can't play with other players. You know, even a game like that where it's like 30 minutes and you're done, nah, I can't. I've had to tell people I have to go AFK and then they have to save my ass while I'm dying too many times. So now I just play solo. Still fun though. Still a great game. Deep Rock Galactic. Dwarves in Space. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Way too many people for a dick stream. I assume you meant Doc. The D&D streams are super fun to watch. Thank you. I appreciate that. Fuck. I mean, if you're here because I put the word 2B2T in the title, like, do you know all the things I do? I play RimWorld. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I play Among Us. I play RL Craft. I've played 100 other games in the past year, from Sea of Thieves to 1 Hour, One Life, to The Forest, to Phasmophobia, to Deep Rock Galactic, which I don't often stream because it's kind of my offline game. I played a little Crusader Kings. I've played... Fuck, I don't even know what I've played. I've played so much. But people only show up for streams where I put 2B2T in the title. I'm going to put 2B2T, it's Deep Rock Galactic. And play other games. Just to get people to jump in and be like, wait a minute, this is actually entertaining. I'm not looking at a fucking queue for hours. I used to like Sea of Thieves, but I overplayed it, Princess. I choked on the amount of Sea of Thieves that I was playing for like weeks. It was all I played. Not weeks, for months. It was the only game I played on and off stream. I just... one day I was like, nope, I've had my fill of Sea of Thieves. I couldn't have another bite. Pushed my plate away, let out a belch, and played something else. Hunt! Haley, I would, but literally my wife and kids have both come into the room like, what are you doing? I haven't eaten breakfast, and you're not supposed to be streaming during the day. Like, so I have to leave soon. But I wanted to talk about 2B2T. Guys, like I said, I'm starting to feel the pressure and guilt of not being a dad. So I do want to go and handle that, but I want to answer any 2B2T related questions. This is it. This is the final video where I will explain why I don't play on this fucking server anymore. If you have questions, this is the time to ask. I will answer comments on the video on YouTube as well. But if you want a live response, I'll give you like 5 more minutes here. Hunt, Among Us. I meant Doc, but Dick works just as well. Queue extends on the weekend. Sure. Even at 8 in the morning, apparently. It's too fucking long. Fit is on. I didn't know that. But now that I do, it does make sense why the queue is over 900. Because people are penis chasing. Like, come on. What is your end goal there? Fit logs in and you want to jump in and be like, Fit Daddy, I love you, and see your name in the bottom credits of the video. People used to do that for mine, but like it wasn't like this. Like, have fun. Don't just chase a YouTuber around. Enjoy your own damn time. Watch his videos, sure. I mean, I used to watch a hell of a lot of YouTube and Twitch, but now I just don't have the time. Guys that I love to watch and watched for years, I feel guilty. I don't watch their stuff anymore. I do the same thing that I'm complaining about right now. If I see them playing like a Minecraft Complete the Monument thing, I'll click on that video, but I won't click on the next video they post because it's a game that I don't have as much interest in, or, you know, I don't know how good it'll be. And they're always good. I'm wrong. It's a mental screen that I need to get over. We Shall Sail Together is a great song, Takanava. I love it. Although right now I'm humming Louisiana Bayou songs in my head all day because I'm playing Hunt Showdown with Haley, and it's fucking great, and I can't wait to stream it. I think I want to stream it tomorrow, but also I want to stream Unrailed tomorrow. I don't know how to get over my problems. Maybe, oh, because Dusty comes in late, maybe we'll do Hunt Showdown first, Haley, and then maybe we'll connect with Unrailed. Let me know. Hit me up. Shit server. Yep. Jackbox. Another great game. We played Quiplash. I got banned from Twitch for it for a day. Is there a secret base that I still have on the server that is undiscovered? I don't know. I have coordinates that were given to me, but most of them were under 1 million, so I have a feeling everything's been found. I had half a mind to just post the list of coordinates one day, but honestly, I'm sure they're all destroyed already, and I wouldn't do it. It's not something that interests me enough. Hey, Chop, welcome. I'm literally going to message him saying that now. Doc said people shouldn't be chasing your penis. Doctrzombie 2021. Chase negative entropy around instead. Ton of new friends. Do anything now to get in visits. Yeah. I used to play on the Rust server that the Ogscast ran. But I was having a good time doing that. It wasn't just fan chasing. I never saw them or anything, so I was like, whatever, I'm just still going to play Rust. Rust is another game that I can't play because of time. Like, I play for 20 minutes. I have to log out. Oh, fuck, I'm in the middle of the woods. I'm going to lose everything I own. My door's open. You know? It's going to be bad. All right, take care, Beerarchy. Head back to gigs and stream. I'm actually going to host gigs when I quit here. I'll do that via Twitch, and then it'll automatically go via I guess the fucking bot should do it for me. Opinions on Fit. I gave some earlier. He did nothing wrong. I don't blame him for cashing in on this. I wish him the best of luck. He definitely deserves what the fame and fortune he's gotten from it. I'm super happy for him. I wish that I was able to play with him more back when he was still getting popular, just to kind of ride those coattails a bit. Not even gonna sugarcoat that. That would be why. But he's very busy. He has a channel to maintain. I hope that he enjoys what he does. It seems like he does. But he has pigeonholed himself into making the same 14 videos over and over. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't do 2v2t, he would lose everything. Like, it sucks. But I mean, the same thing happens for actors. Like, you're an actor. You're Danny DeVito. You're a comedy actor where you play a short, fat guy who's kind of gross. Like, Danny DeVito can't play a serious romantic role, you know what I mean? Or, I mean, not that he can't, but people won't provide him that opportunity. It's sort of like that with Fit. Fit did nothing wrong, Doctrzombie 2021. Yep. Agreed. Saw it here, folks. I've said this before to people on the subreddit, who are like, Fit's the worst, Fit's a douche. And I'm like, look, you guys love me and you hate Fit, but I would have done the same thing if I had the opportunity. Maybe not exactly the same, but if Camping Rusher had reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to collaborate on some stuff to make views? I would have said, hell yes. I did reach out to Camping Rusher at one point saying, hey, if you're interested, I know of a place that we could meet up and show off this cool build. Never responded. But by then, he didn't need my help. Fit was already creating him tons of content. So, and a lot of people, to be fair, Fit is how I found you. Same with some of my absolute greatest fans. Found me through fitmc. The problem is like I did not have the time to beat the algorithm and become as popular as Fit, or at least more popular than I am now, because I could not produce one video a day, even a 5-minute or 10-minute video, because I was working and I had kids, babies, really. Baron Dome. Even Baron Dome was able to do it much better than I. If I put in a lot of effort and I had the time, I could make videos as good as Baron Dome or Fit. But it takes a lot of time to edit videos using, Sony, or whatever. And I just don't have the time to put in that effort. Live streaming is great. I love it. I feel comfortable in front of a camera, live, just having those hilarious moments where you fuck up, where you make mistakes, where people are just interacting with the person you really are, and that's fine with me because I'm happy with the person that I am. But I understand why people don't watch live streams, because they are long and not every minute is super entertaining. If you are looking for that orgasmic experience of, 10 minutes, I'm in, I'm out, I'm wiping up, you're not going to get it in a live stream. A live stream is a much more personal and long interaction. But I mean, it's awesome that you guys watch. I love it. I have much more fun playing video games when there's an audience that we can interact together. Found me through Makairu Mine. Yes. That's not how you spell it, but I can't spell it. But Makairu Mine is an awesome dude. Casual MC, another awesome dude. Neither one of them became super popular via 2B2T, but they were streaming it. They were having a good time, and they were all casual, relaxed, awesome dudes who fit my personality very well. And that's one of the reasons I wound up at Hammerbeam for a couple of months. Live streams are better than videos, but that's what you think. I mean, some people feel that way. Some people feel videos are better than live streams. I enjoy watching videos, but I enjoy making live streams. Okay, that is more than enough time away from my kids and family. If you have additional questions or comments, please leave them on the YouTube video that will be uploaded soon. I will be happy to answer all of them. But this is kind of going to be it. If somebody comes in and is like, why don't you play 2B2T? I'm going to be like, go look up this fucking video, because I think this answers all the questions. I hope that I've been clear that even though it's possible to play 2B2T, it's not really for me. Like, I can't meet the program halfway. The program has to meet me, or I can't play it. And that goes for everything. I have literally quit games that are not 2B2T because I cannot save and quit whenever I want to, or I have to rely on other players to have a good time. And I cannot do that. I worry about Hunt Showdown, which is a great game and I'm loving it and I want to play it with Haley, but I'm worried about it because if I have to suddenly get up and leave, which happened together with Haley the other day, I will lose my character. Like, that game will, if you die. Thanks for the $5, MLG Fox. I appreciate it, to the beer fund. If you lose your character because you get killed, it's fucking gone. You have to buy a new character using the in-game currency. And that is going to start mashing my nuts together really hard, really soon, when I have to, like, walk away because the dog peed on the floor. You know what I mean? It's gonna be bad. Thanks, Turbin. €5. I appreciate it, man. All right. No more. I have to go. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I love hanging out. I love talking. I love streaming. I love showing you guys the fun stuff. Tomorrow is Monday. It's normally Murder Monday with Among Us. We're kind of phasing that out a bit because it's getting a little stale. But we will definitely do something cool tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So come on by. Just fucking come by on a Monday night. If that works for you, or watch the video afterwards and see what else I've got to offer. We're going to have a good time. So take care. Bye, everybody.